What is push? Push is a competitive capture and hold game within Blade Symphony. Push takes Blade Symphony's tactical 1 versus 1 combat and applies it to a team setting. In Push, you are battling to reach enemy territory in order to obtain ultimate victory. But in order to win, you have to know how to play. This video will teach you all the basics you need to succeed in the Push arena. Alright, let's get started. Goal trigger. Located in the center of both platforms, controlling this trigger is your main objective. Occupying the goal trigger will give you access to your team's teleporter, located in the enemy base. Reaching this teleporter is the main focus of Push. But getting there is not that easy. Assault trigger. This is your primary access to the team platforms. Under the best of circumstances, you'll find yourself using this trigger more than any other. Shuriken trigger. The Shuriken triggers offer an alternate route to the enemy platform. Activating this trigger will provide your team nearly unfettered access to the enemy base for a short period of time. Override. Similar to the assault trigger, the override also lowers the enemy platform. This trigger provides rapid access to the enemy territory. However, utilizing the override comes at a cost. Now, while wall jumping is not completely prohibited, there are certain areas that have restricted zones that prevent too much lateral movement. You cannot wall jump on these areas. Now that we've covered the basics, we'll go over how these triggers interact and show you how the pieces of Push come together. This is an example of the assault goal blocking. In this scenario, the blue team is attempting to assault the red platform. However, the red player occupies his own goal trigger to prevent blue team's attack. It should be noted, occupying one goal trigger blocks both assault triggers in the arena. However, the blocking tactic does not affect the override. Provided you can't afford the sacrifice, the Shuriken trigger is the next best option to circumvent assault goal blocking. Even this isn't without its faults. Placed in the far corner of the arena, health orbs offer healing over time. Picking up this buff doesn't mean you can keep it. A wave spawning system prevents instant access to the arena upon death. The precious seconds lost to death can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Now that we've gone over these mechanics, we'll show you how they work in a game setting. Now watch as the blue pure focuses on occupying the assault trigger in order to protect his team from the enemy's defender. By holding the assault trigger, he forces their defender to stay back and goal block or risk being assaulted. Even under pressure, he makes sure to maintain his position on the trigger as much as possible. Yuji suffers too much damage and peels off to pick a health orb instead of continuing the fight. Upon noticing the base is under attack from the ramp, the Blue Pure moves to defend, and takes position on the narrow portion of the ramp to create a choke point where the enemy team cannot wall jump. The Blue Pure attempts to wall jump up and down his platform as the ramp goes down in order to aid his defending, but fail, and instead turn to fight the two red attackers as he's prevented from using the ramp. Creatus jumps down from the blue platform. This indicates to the Blue Pure that the red attacker who made it to his platform has likely been dealt with. He lets Creatus distract the two red players while he focuses on accessing the enemy ramp. While on the enemy platform, his focus is not on killing the enemy team, but on occupying the gold trigger as much as possible. While the large battle on the blue trigger takes place, the Blue Pure does his best to keep an eye on the blue teleporter to find the time to rush for the win. Note here that he's using the defenders as well as his own team as a means of lowering the goal. Note that had the red team attempted to utilize their own override, they may have averted a loss. You are now ready to enter the push arena. Good luck.